So let's hope there really are some political leaders out there in Europe that can solve this euro crisis situation. The leaders of Germany and France have promised to unveil new measures to solve the eurozone debt crisis by the end of this month. That as international pressure builds for bold steps from Europe to avert an economic backlash of global proportions. That's being reported by our colleagues at EurActiv.com this morning. German Chancellor Angela Merkel and French President Nicolas Sarkozy said after talks in Berlin on Sunday evening that their goal was to come up with a sustainable answer to the problems in Greece. They also agreed on the need to recapitalise European banks and to present a plan for accelerating economic coordination in the eurozone. All that before a G20 summit in Cannes, France, on the 3rd and 4th of November. Meanwhile, they declined to reveal any details of such a plan before the EU summit taking place here in Brussels next Monday and Tuesday. And that summit now is expected to focus on bank recapitalisation and fresh measures to solve the eurozone debt crisis. British Prime Minister David Cameron has talked to the Financial Times and he has urged Merkel and Sarkozy to take on a big bazooka approach. He says that the eurozone leaders have to break their cycle of doing a bit too little, a bit too late. Meanwhile, here in Brussels, the Belgian government has nationalized the Belgian arm of French-Belgian bank Dexia, which was severely exposed to Greek government debt. The Belgian government is taking on responsibility for some 60% of the 100 billion euros in Dexia's debt. And that can cost the government as much as 60 billion euros, at least a very considerable part. And economists here in Belgium now are wondering what the consequences of this nationalization will be for the credit rating for Belgium. It looks like that is going to be under pressure now. And Dexia is not the only European bank in the danger zone today. Austria's Erste Bank today has taken a major write-down after scaling back its exposure into the eurozone and reporting problems in Hungary and Romania. Both Dexia and Erste Bank were among the European banks that passed less than 3 months ago the so-called European stress tests. So you can wonder what credibility there is to these stress tests. And today, of course, if you're watching the world economy, you'll be very keen to find out who wins the Nobel Prize for Economy. And that actually is not a normal prize. Keep that in mind. It's the Swedish Riksbank Prize for Economics. It's the central bank that gives this prize. And economists, some of them dare to speak out, they are saying that if you criticize the central banking system with a single currency and a key benchmark interest rate, you run the risk of never winning this Nobel Prize. And there's one such economist here in Belgium. He's actually a lecturer at Berkeley University in California. His name is Bernard Lietaer, and he's come up with a very clever system to introduce a dual currency system, 2 sets of currencies. And he says there is local evidence, for instance, in regions in Brazil, but also in Switzerland, where a dual currency can help save jobs and also create new jobs. So maybe such a system, a dual currency system, is something that European leaders may have to look at if they really want to solve the crisis. It certainly is a little bit of innovation in the financial world that we could do with if we're really looking at out-of-the-box solutions. I'm Ray Frenken here at EurActiv. Thanks for watching. We'll try to keep you posted on all the main developments in the euro crisis. Thank you.